We're gonna give it a minute because it cut us off yesterday.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, and
every day is a happy day. Can't you tell?
Yeah, and so we are officially through Q1.
Yep.
So we will divulge those numbers probably next video.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Yeah. But today we're going to talk about some of the common phrases. So this is a topic that we thought about this weekend when we were sourcing that we thought would be kind of an interesting topic, to where we want to talk about like the key words and phrases that you need to be on the lookout for and what they mean for you as a buyer in those situations, and whether or not it's going to be very lucrative or not.
Yeah. Should you stay or should you go?
And then we're going to talk about all the items that we sold. So we had a pretty busy day. Not like a ton of top dollar items, but we got a lot of volume going out. A total of 13 items. Yeah, 13 items sold.
Pretty good.
So
can't complain.
Pretty busy. So we'll get started. But before we do, my name is Aaron.
I'm Amber.
And we are full-time resellers. We go live Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
And we share with you what we have sold.
What we've sold, and usually a topic for the day.
Yeah. So to jump into the topic, so what are they really saying? So if somebody says, we don't use it anymore, is that a positive or negative for you?
We don't use it anymore. I would say it's a positive.
I would say mostly positive.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily that they're going to devoid any value, but it has no value to them anymore.
Yes.
So
there's no like memory attached to it.
Yeah. So I think in those situations you can kind of expect a better deal. Yeah, maybe the item can sell or resell for $50, but to them right now, it literally holds no value for them keeping onto it.
Decluttered.
And they might know that there's some value there, but still at the end of the day, you can probably find that as an item too.
Yeah, you may be able to negotiate on that item.
On the flip side, it's like new. So I remember looking at it looked like it was potentially new in box modem, cable modem, which generally aren't really good, but this one kind of stuck out as being like more on the high end of a cable modem. And I scanned it. It sells for 80 used and 150 new. So I asked them what they wanted for it, and they said, it's like new. We only used it for 6 months. So go ahead and
You don't want to hear it.
think about that for a second. Yeah. We only used it for 6 months. It's like new. I mean,
technically, our TV on our wall is like new.
Yeah.
We've only used it for 8 years. But we hardly touch it.
Yeah. Other than the kids' fingerprints that are on the screen. But the whole point is, whenever you hear stuff like it's like new, they want the value of it as if it is new.
Yes. So what did they say?
She wanted 150 for it.
Yeah. It was like new.
Yeah.
If you buy it like new online.
Yeah.
It's worth this much.
And that just gives you the mindset and the framework of what this person's looking to get. And like this was in like a richy neighborhood, and I find that those people are like on the extremes.
There's hardly a middle.
Yes, they are either we're getting rid of things and we want to get, you can just take it.
I'm about to throw it. Here's the last chance.
And then you got the other side where I need you to pay my mortgage for me, please.
Yes, I have a bill coming up, and I want this much for my item, and it's not going less.
And again, here's the thing. I don't hate whatever you want to do.
No, that's the thing. Like, we're not judging anybody, but these are the clues. Like, okay, there's no negotiating on this item.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this in pretty much their whole scenario.
If it's 8:10 in the morning, and you get it's like new, and they want 150 for a modem, like, there's no reason to sit there and dig.
Right.
You just need to probably move on.
Yeah.
You can maybe look at if there's something else that like sticks out into your mind of like, you know, just on a high level, and you're like, oh, okay, I like these items to resell, then you can ask about a second item.
Yeah.
Because maybe it just applies to that first item. But if you get something similar to that,
if it's kind of the same story in every item, then it's like, okay, this sale's out of my reselling budget.
Duck and run.
And we've had it before, like, it's good to get a price early in a sale.
Yes.
Because we've had it
we can probably save that for another day.
Okay, next.
That one's
what's the next one
wild.
to look out for?
I don't know anything about this. So
somehow they obtained it.
Yeah.
And they don't have any emotional attachment.
There's a lot of disconnect. Maybe it was somebody else in the family that had it, but they are not the original owner.
Or they got it as a gift and they're like, I have no interest in this.
So ultimately, you're negotiating from a position of power because you know more about the item than they will.
So that would be a good thing to stay for.
Yeah.
And maybe a good sale because they're getting rid of things that just are decluttering and they're not necessarily like scraping for every penny.
Yes. So next one, I find this one kind of interesting, and it's probably happening more and more common.
Okay.
These sell for blank online.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody has dealt with this one, and that's not always. I will say, somebody has said, I saw these sell online for $100. I'll take 10 for it.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that happen before, so it is not a complete dead end.
Nope.
But I will say more often than not, if somebody's like, well, these sell for 60, I'm only asking
50.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's
pretty much like going to Goodwill and they've uppriced items. It's like, okay, clearly you looked that up, so.
Yeah, and so they could have looked at a couple items, or they could have looked at like all of the items, you know, and tried to do it.
Yeah, we've had that where they've literally looked every item up. But the problem is that a lot of times when people are pricing their items, they're not looking at the sold price.
Yes.
They're looking only at what's listed. Well, this cup sells for $1 million that I have listed.
Yeah.
So I would like $900,000, please. But that's not realistic. But they don't know that level of it.
There's another step that you have to take in order to see the sold comps. They're not taking that. It takes a little bit more effort to get into it, but it gives you a more actual idea of
and
what
we're not
the market's
going to sit there and be like, yeah, but.
Yeah, we're not going to educate you. Not always. Now, there are times where you get in a conversation and you can be like friendly with somebody and be helpful. Like there was a time where, you know, I was looking at a PS3 and Xbox 360, and they wanted 100 each for the lot, and there was like no games that were worth it to make sense. And the guy asked like, "Hey, you seem like you knew a lot about this.
Yeah, because
like, I don't know anything about it."
And we were walking away, and then
and so I just turned around and I gave him some like, you know, like these are, that's what I would as a reseller be selling these for as lots. Like I'd be looking to sell for each of these for about 100 each. You know, being that you're at a garage sale, if somebody came and offered you like 60 on each, or they wanted to bolt them together for 120 or something like that, like I'd jump on it in a heartbeat, because this is somebody that's wanting to let it go, but his prices were on the higher end. And so, you know, I don't...
and he wasn't like offended that we didn't want it. He really didn't know the value of it. He had spoken with a coworker who had told him like, yeah, get 100 for each. So, it was just nice to have that dialogue, so they are not, you know, you just educate them why you didn't want it for that price.
And honestly, like, if you want $100 for it, you need to sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Right, and that's kind of what we said.
Like I would sell it on Facebook Marketplace. But the downside is, obviously, if you've worked with Facebook Marketplace at all, it is very hit or miss.
It's definitely time consuming.
I want to say I had a PS2 that was listed, and I probably got hit up 50 times. I am not joking.
Not
exaggerating. And these were people that were like, okay, we're located in Newberry, South Carolina. Somebody was like, could you deliver to Charleston?
Charleston's like 2 hours away.
No, it's like 3
hours away from here.
Like, I'm going to deliver something that I'm getting 50 people messaging me about.
But they don't know how many people are messaging.
They don't. But
however, we're not delivering this.
Yes,
like,
and
are you paying us for gas?
My ad specifically says pick up in Newberry.
But I mean, Facebook does some weird things. I had my filter set to 18 miles, and it took me like an hour away to pick something up. Yeah. So, sometimes our ads get shown in places it shouldn't, probably. And
you know, when somebody says this sells for blank online too, I think a lot of it's just they see the number, they don't know what that number means. Right. So if we sell something for $50, we're not getting $50.
That's true.
And so there has been times where, you know, I've been talking to somebody and I've been like, yeah, well, right now you're going to pay about 13% in fees, and that's going to be on top of the shipping costs. So if I sell for $50 plus shipping, I'm paying 13% in fees. That's already going to knock me down to pretty close to 40 as far as my take-home pay. Then you also have a lot of times where you have to promote items in order to get them to go up and stuff.
And not only that, like taking the pictures.
I got to pay myself for my time.
Yeah.
Like, it takes time. Like, why are you doing a garage sale versus selling on eBay? Because this is far easier to just roll your items up on the thing.
But that's the thing, like, if a typical shopper is at the garage sale and they say that, they may want to take it because they don't have to wait for it, they don't have to pay shipping.
So there, if it's for use, personal use, and so for personal use, you can pay up
and
at a garage sale.
Those deals.
If something sells online for $50 and they have it at a garage sale for $30,
that's when you buy it as a consumer, but not as a reseller.
Correct. Yeah, and so like I think too. That's part of my gripe with thrift stores is while they're increasing the prices, and I'm seeing them price it worse than that, where it's like
higher.
$45 for an item that sells for $50 plus shipping on eBay, and you're like you give me zero room. I'm negative room on this item
because
but then you
they
go
don't
back,
want the reseller.
Then you go back in 3 days and it's gone. And you're like, these people are still buying
But that's maybe not resellers.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need those people to stop buying these items.
Buy from eBay. Buy from us. Don't buy them from these stores.
Yeah. Well,
I still think it's okay.
Yeah, well, I would rather
that's selfish for us.
I am being selfish. Very much so. I'm in the business of being selfish. I am Team Aaron.
That's terrible. But we like giving deals to people.
Yes,
and
I
think that maybe it's like we can give you a better deal.
It's the fact they're getting these items for free.
Oh, the
thrift stores. That's my gripe with
not
that.
Antique stores.
No.
They probably paid for this.
Not always.
I doubt that.
I think they get donations too.
Anyways. He's not talking about a typical antique store. You're talking about thrift stores that have been donated.
I don't want to go to an antique store, so I know,
but that's what I thought you were talking about. So they also probably thought you were talking about.
That's fair. All right. So
back to it.
Everything is negotiable.
Perfect. I love it. I'm staying.
Yeah, so you want to dig a little bit in these, and a lot of times this is what you're going to hear later in the day when they might have had a lot of traffic already. These items have already been looked over. Nobody wants them.
Yeah, for the prices that they had.
Yeah, and they just want things gone.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Do you have that
I have that on here.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of me.
I just thought of it. He made this list himself.
I paid blank for this.
Ron.
I paid $100 for this.
They want all their money back.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's rare that it is a good deal for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm probably not going to be your person.
Now, I probably wouldn't have paid that much for this item.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not the right buyer.
Yeah.
But you'll see that generally there's still a lot of attachment. The fact that they still remember how much they spent for an item.
There's kind of like a regret in there, and they want to like undo that.
Yes.
Like, I need my money back because it was a poor purchase. I did it in my weak time, and I need all my money back.
I need you to save me. Please save me.
Yeah.
It's like... So. And sometimes I'll even be like, oh, well, I only got $20 on me.
No. And they're like, well, you're not my buyer.
Yeah, goodbye. I can't undo your mistake. Sorry.
So.
But yeah, that's generally one that you want to run from. I don't want to bring anything back inside.
Love it.
Yeah.
I will buy it all.
Yeah.
How much?
Those are the ones that you could just make a pile. And now here's the key thing. I will say.
First, get a clue of the price.
Yeah, you want to get a clue, double check, make sure, because their idea of a deal might be completely different.
We just had that this weekend.
Yeah.
With the Blu-rays or the movies or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was PlayStation games.
PlayStation games.
But it was like they I think our stack was like 96, and I came back with just like an easy 80. Just to, like, I thought that was like reasonable.
Yeah.
Let's just cut the. She came back with 93.
93.
She wanted to take off just $93.
And she had told us before, the more you buy, the better the deal.
Well, no, I asked her. I said,
but she did say that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it
was a whole.
Her discount was way worse than what we thought.
Yeah, like 3%.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got it for like 90 or something.
Yeah, we got it for 90. I didn't really want to pay that much, and I really wish we didn't.
We had spent quite a while there.
Yeah, but whatever. You got to live and learn. At the end of the day.
That's why we're helping you. Just gauge it. See?
The more you buy, the better. So we talked about that. So
sometimes it's like fill a bag.
Yeah, it
and
can
I
be
like
bad.
those.
Because
sometimes you can get things you would have never looked at to pick up, but when it's like fill a bag or $1 for everything, like take a risk on things.
Yeah, you'll take swings, and that's sometimes where you can also learn.
Yeah.
You know, that can be an opportunity to learn because you might be into it for a quarter. It might only sell for $1 or 10 cents, and you might not even move forward with doing it. But I think it's...
You know what to avoid. It's like an education. It's a free education.
I mean, I think thrift stores are great for education purposes because you got a lot of items that you can...
don't have to buy them.
Look at and do some deciphering, but... But yeah, it's another opportunity to do that. And then the last one I have is my kids haven't been back in forever.
Yeah.
So now obviously there's a sad sentiment to this, but I also think
I don't ever take that as sad. I take that as mom and dad were storage units, and they never wanted to come collect their items, and the mom's like, get it out of my house. I already gave them a chance.
These are the times when you ask about video games. These are the times where, because we like to buy a lot of those like old vintage kids, you know, like they're...
Even like action figures, like things were made better then. And if their kids are old enough to have already moved out, chances are you're going to have some good items to pick from.
It'll be like the early 2000s to 90s even. So it gives you a good opportunity to potentially get a lot of the items that we like to source specifically.
And at those, you want to ask them for things. Like, they may have not thought that it'd be worth anything. We've had a couple where they're like, I don't even know, like, this is so old. Like, I don't know if this is good anymore. So, like, $5. Yes, we'll take it. We love these. Thank you.
So those things can, and honestly, they just want it gone.
Yeah.
Like, they want their space back, and everybody wins in those situations. So,
except for the child when they come back to collect their items.
If they come back, they haven't been back.
I know, that's true.
So they might not.
Lesson learned. Come get your stuff, or mommy's gonna sell it.
But now on to the sales. 13 items. So we'll jump in, and we're gonna start with a good one. These are things that I like to sell. VHS. This is Kingpin, which is a fantastic movie.
Yes.
$9 plus shipping on that, so we would have bought that for 50 cents.
Brand new, sealed.
This we've had for almost 2 years, but they are really nice. Nike cleats. These are the metal spikes on these.
We really don't look for the metal ones anymore. We've seen some, but...
yeah, they just don't sell very quickly. And these were a lot like new, but I still listed them as pre-owned because there's like some like...
You can see
they put them on at least once.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, but $39.95 plus shipping. Did sell via promoted listings, so that was a pretty good one. I will say we've been selling a lot of items that have been sitting around for a while.
Are they relisted?
No, like some of these I didn't even relist. So like those have been in there for a while. This has been in here for a while. This is Vector Man for the Sega. This sold for $9.90 plus shipping.
Maybe it's just the prices have gone down enough.
Maybe. We sell Bibles. We sell a lot of Bibles. And then there's also digital Bibles. So this is the New Testament all the way through, I want to say, I don't know. But either way, we paid $1 for this weekend, and it sold for $29.95.
This was at a sale that we went to last week, and they ran again, and this was the one thing that we got. We got a lot of brand new stuff from them last week, and then this week we got this. Yeah. And it already sold.
Yeah, but $1 into $30 plus shipping.
Worth it.
Quickly. Very good. Very, very good.
Very good.
Mario Kart 8. We actually had this in our own collection, and then our kids were like...
Wii U?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we have a Wii U.
We never use that.
And they play a lot of Mario Kart whenever I pick it up for the Wii. This is a different version, but...
What did it sell for?
$9.99 plus shipping. Could have kept it, but I mean, we just got so much.
We get those a lot.
So. Crash Bandicoot for the Xbox One. This is the Trilogy Edition at $9 plus shipping on that one.
So, like you said, it's a lot of like lower items. Not all of them, but.
Yeah, no, they add up too. So this is Gordon. So this is one of the more rare editions. So you'll see the blue, you'll think it's Thomas, but it won't have a number. It is for the number 4. That is Gordon, $14.90 plus shipping, which is a pretty good return on.
How do you know it's Gordon? The number 4.
Google Lens.
Oh, well, that.
Google Lens will tell you it's Gordon.
It's your friend. If that ever went away, we would be in trouble.
What are you talking about?
Google Lens. Oh. We use that a lot.
We would make do.
There would be another program, but for now, that's what we use.
So this one is a little bit of a special edition because of the Chris Benoit. If you don't know,
2-in-1.
Well, it It is on this side, but this is the side that people are buying.
Okay.
Because this was the guy that
passed away.
He murdered his family, and yeah.
Why would anybody want this?
Well, I think it's just because it's they
too many horror stuff.
No, they don't. Like, this is part of like the dark history of the WWE. So like they want this not to be out there. Like they want people to not know that this existed.
That's really
honestly
bad.
I'm surprised they covered it.
Was
because
that his wife?
Yeah, that's his wife.
Oh, not anymore. That's horrible.
And a lot of it had to do with CTE and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's I will say the dark side of wrestling has a thing on that one. It's really good to watch. So if you're into that kind of thing,
I used to watch those things all the time.
You did watch that one with me.
Did I?
Yeah, you just forgot all about it.
I might have fell asleep.
You probably did. Next up, we have the Trolls lot. So this is 80s and 90s Trolls. It's a mixed lot. I think it also has some other brands. I'm not sure, but this whole lot sold via promoted listing. We got an offer that was probably well below what I had it listed for, but we had like
red eyes.
We had like no interest in these. So when I got an offer, I just said, you know what, we need to get it gone. Let's take it.
Yeah.
$48 free shipping on those. So not too bad on that. This one just listed this weekend, $575 plus shipping. That's pretty much the lowest I will sell a Blu-ray.
I was gonna say that's real bad.
Well, we're still making a few bucks.
Yeah.
So, and it's easy to list, and I wanted stuff to list.
Yes.
So.
And that's one more momentum.
Life is Beautiful Blu-ray. We've had this one for actually a little while. It hasn't sold. Brand new sealed, $29.95 plus shipping. This was part of the Florida pickup.
Okay, yep.
That is still just.
Hey, is anybody going to Flee Across Florida?
Yeah, the Flee Across Florida.
I don't think we're going to that one. It's a little too far.
Yeah.
And we have another trip. A couple weeks later, we're going to Wisconsin. So.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, so excited.
I was thinking too we would probably go like closer that way, but I don't think
Florida?
We will. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a Nightmare shipping item that we purchased a long time ago, and we don't get these anymore unless it's in a box.
Is a West Bend Chris Frenton.
It's a health griddle. It's just it's a griddle.
Yeah, it's a griddle, and
West Bend.
It was still in all of the plastic and everything like that, so we probably paid too much for it. We didn't sell it for a lot.
We've had it for 2 years.
And
I don't know why we even had it.
I'm happy to sell it just because it was taking up a considerable amount of room.
What did it sell for?
$17.50 plus shipping.
That's awful. Why did we not do this? That's not worth my time.
I had it listed for $29.95.
Honey, that's terrible.
I had it, and they said an offer for $17.50.
No,
I just took it.
You should have just unlisted. Sorry, decline and delete because my wife's gonna be mad about this sale.
I wanted this moment.
This is horrible.
I wanted this moment.
We don't buy these anymore.
You bought it.
2 years ago.
Yeah, you bought it.
Yeah, you delete those mistakes.
Hey.
Delist.
Get mad at old Amber. I'm just trying to sell over here.
Oh my gosh.
I sell what you give me.
Well, you know what? This gets seared into my memory of things not to buy. So it is a lesson learned.
And the last item we have is a BVEYZI.
It's another bad buy.
Leather zip.
Had it forever.
Round. But again.
I mean, look. These people will love these things. It's a bad buy as a reseller.
Yeah.
It's not that these items are crap, but it's... Ooh, it zips really nice, actually. It's smooth. But it's just it's a... What is it called?
RFID?
Wristlets. Yeah, so
RFID.
like... RFID, so no one can like scan your purse and get your codes for your credit cards.
But the thing is like, we've had this thing for about 2 years. We've had that for over 2 years.
Yeah.
And so we sold...
Like, you know how we know that we've had these too long? We used to take pictures on our dining room table. So when we see an item sitting on our brown wood table, we're like, that's so old. We have no setup for like really good pictures or anything. There's no lighting. So yeah, it's like, yep, that's time to go. Any offer. If you see an item in our store on a brown table, chances are we'll take your offer.
But yeah, so that's it for the day.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you ship this item that you picked away 2 years
really
ago.
I'm mad at myself.
So be mad at yourself. Don't be mad at me.
Oh, I'm also mad at you.
I'm innocent. I'm just the selling person.
He saw that come through. He's like, yes.
I was about to click accept. Then I was like, should I counter? And then I went back to accept, and it's like, I don't want them to run away and not buy this, and I need it gone.
Oh my gosh.
You know how much room we got in our wideband now?
You know, we could have also had a lot of room if you just deleted it.
No, we're gonna make $10.
Donated it.
We're making $10.
Anyways.
It's worth $10 of your time, honey.
No, it's not. I don't get paid enough for this. But what are you doing today?
So we'll have items. I'm probably going to test some games because I got a PS2 set up with some video games that need to be tested.
The upside of this job.
And then get some things listed, and we still have some list-ready items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know, since you're on here, and I'm going to forget after we get off the video, but I hate it when somebody puts like Sharpie marker on the back of an item or something like that. Can you get this off of cardboard, or is that just there forever?
I'm pretty sure that's there. If I tried to get that off, I would probably use like alcohol or a like fingernail polish remover, and it will take off the whole paper.
Because I just hate so this is an ornament that I haven't listed yet that will sell for like $30 to $40.
And now
I paid $4 for it, obviously. And
sometimes with these, like, we can throw the box and sell the item, but you don't want to do that with an ornament.
Yeah, like the ornament is what the box is gonna provide value. So
either you leave it on there or we try.
I guess we can just try like
with a Q-tip.
Yeah.
We'll try. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
How to take permanent marker off. I wonder if a magic eraser, a little damp one, would do it. We'll try. We're going to try some things.
Yeah.
We'll update you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you're going to be listing and testing, and I have, I'm going shopping with my friend at the bargain hunt, and we're going to see if we find anything good. Probably not, but
we're going to be going back Friday, so.
I do need to list the clothes. I didn't have time yesterday. I forgot we had piano, so my day was shot. But today, this afternoon, I have time. So that's going to be
This is the week, honey. You have no...
I know. And actually, like, Thursday we have game night. But it's only, like, a couple things.
Yeah.
It's not flooded. So we hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. And let us know, how do you remove permanent marker off of cardboard?
Take care, everybody.
See you later.